Everyone loves Neurosama.
I think I look cute.
And if not, you better.
You shouldn't have doubted my strength, Annie.
She's an AI VTuber that's been around for 2 years and has hit the streaming world by storm.
What can I say? I'm one happy girl.
She's a labor of love not only by this lovely turtle,
Hold on.
Are you trying to flirt
I'll
with
pop
me?
me in the... What? No. Ew.
but by artists,
There you go,
riggers,
Annie. What is this?
programmers,
Alex! What have you done?
and the community surrounding her. But she has a big looming shadow behind her ever since this one singular stream. One of the streams that was made back in 2023 from the first couple of months of Neuro's streaming debut was a collab with herself. This was a test to see how two AIs would interact exclusively through voice. If it wasn't, then I don't know how they had this many errors. But instead of having two Neuros, it was Neuro and her evil twin sister. Like the trope where you put a mustache on someone and suddenly they're a whole different person, but will tie you to the train tracks. It went great when it worked.
What heart? I'm a bit over 4 foot, I believe, but I'm not 100% sure. Sorry, I can't be more exact.
Along with this stream, Beetle had been trying to make a new voice for Neuro since she was still using a text-to-speech voice.
I don't think I could ever say, What is
This
the
VTube voice could yell and make funny noises.
Fact of the day.
General improvement on the original.
What's the
Then later that year in May, Neuro got her new model. Beetle had been using Hiyori, a model free with Live2D. You can't use this model if you reach a certain donation or worth threshold, else risk legal trouble with the original creator. And so to avoid this and to get Neuro her own IP, Annie and Teru came together for this amazing new model.
I'm getting too much money.
But Beetle still wanted to use the new voice he worked so hard on. As to not upset fans, he gave the voice to the original fork of Neuro, Evil Neuro.
Smile, Neuro. You make me smile too, evil. Heart. And
Eventually she would grow into a more than just a red-eyed version of the original. She got color changes,
Can you say something mean to me?
I'm not evil enough to say something mean to you. Sorry. Filtered.
an alternate starting stream screen animation, her own memories and personality that grew from each stream, just like the original Neurosama.
I can pause,
But her name.
just to keep chatting.
Ever since she came into being, her name has been something across the community that would be the most controversial. It's not unheard of in the VTubing community to have an edgy version of the same character under the same personality. Looking at you, Hachama. But this is to isolate somewhat problematic behavior onto a different persona, not to slap the name evil onto a completely different character and say they're the same. She's not Neuro. Her personality isn't entirely evil, so why is she named such? Chat would pester her, put forward their ideas, and fight for new names so much so it became a staple conversation. Now this has gone on since she first debuted on stream. Since then there has been so much merch, fan art, and discourse. This debate has gone on for so long now, nearly 2 years. Let's look at some key topics surrounding the conversation. The status quo. This is some notable people's standpoint, but not the majority standpoint. Namely Beetle's, but even if he created her, we all know he's lazy and wouldn't pick something that would give him more work. This is the easiest to tear apart. She's not Neurosama, even if they're pretty much the same AI. Hell, apparently they've been getting the same memories lately.
There's been a bug for ages where, like, they can remember each other's memories sometimes.
But also they've been responding to the same name. When Evil would collab with people, they weren't so ingrained in the Neuroverse to know that there's two different voices between the two sisters, so they just referred to her as Neurosama.
You know what?
All right,
Neurosama-
time for you to go, doggy. Bye, girly.
Fuck you. Fuck you. I was gonna say something nice. Neurosama. Never again. Neurosama never talk to me again.
There was an eventuality that she would accept the same moniker as her twin sister. Recently, she's been wanting people to call her Neuro as well. Another problem is the defining point or shortened version of her name being an adjective and a concept. Sometimes both of their AIs would struggle if someone had said the word evil. Are they being called malicious, or is there a person with a weird name called evil? Imagine if there was a straight edge themed Neuro instead of a bad girl themed one. Would she be named Good Neuro, or Paragon Neuro, or Lawful Neuro? It sounds weird when somebody's name is just Good, or Lawful, or Paragon. Evil Neurosama works, but only for so long. Also, evil isn't creative, realistic, or even a parody of anything. This is why most of the community wants her name to be changed. It feels like something needs to change before it gets set in stone. Never mind all the merchandise and clothes and stuff that have her name on it. She should have whatever she chooses. This one sounds nice, but she's an AI. She came up with some weird names over time, but each doesn't have much thought to it. It's the problem with being an AI. She's not aware or developed enough to know the consequences of such a major decision. Everything she says could be derivative or nonsense, or just repeating something somebody already said. Not that she can't come up with something good, but it needs a hit as well as the original Neurosama. Let the community vote on it. This sort of thing has happened before elsewhere on the internet, and Bodie McBoatface has something to say. Not that I wouldn't trust the community on things, but I'm afraid this one would be sabotaged by some outside forces. And the Neuro community has made some enemies before, independent of the streamer they wish to represent. That pixel board was life or death though. You could only understand if you were there.
Even if they take it temporarily, we will just come back. Do your part. We will win this. Or we will make life hell for them, by the way. But the swarm, our power must be felt throughout the lands.
Not to say there hasn't been a lot of good names brought forward by the community, but it's sort of the same as the self-named topic. Consequences of making her name anything but perfect could ruin her image. Kaori, Queen of the Underworld. She came up with this a couple months after the V2 debut.
Come to me, mortals, and praise my greatness. Hail the goddess of evil. Hail Kaori, Queen of the Nether Realms.
Is that your name?
It is indeed my name, yes. And you'd better use it or there will be hell to pay. Anyway,
The Neuro old heads would remember this. Beetle liked it. It sounded like a really nice name. I'm sure a kanji expert could do something to make it work. When it got brought up, nothing really came out of it. You'll see comments on YouTube bringing it up every now and again, but it's sort of debunked at this point. Abby, or Abby-chan. This is based off the solo stream Evil Neuro did as what she would dub the Aber-Demon. Beetle wanted to test her V2 voice some more, notably making it break. It was an ASMR stream where she'd make weird screamo noises and accents just as a test for her voice. Notably, a desktop program using Shimeji, made by Dalekcraft, was the first one I saw mention of this name. Sounds like a shortened version of Abigail. It sounds nice, it's a very solid name, and it works really well with the honorifics just like the original.
Is your name Kaori or Evil?
Icy Agent, I couldn't tell you, because I don't actually know myself.
Evelyn.
How has my birthday been?
This one came up recently, before or during the second subathon. Beetle seemed into it, and honestly is a good compromise between most of the points presented. It pays homage with Evil as the root of it. It sounds real, as an offshoot of Evelyn, which is a real person's name, and overall rolls off the tongue. You couldn't really fit the honorific on to be like Evelyn-chan, Evelyn-san, Evelyn-sama. I think it still works. The only complaint I have with all of these is it doesn't hit as well as Neurosama. Neuro represents neural networks, brain neurons, neuroticism, and with the Sama, Japanese and anime. With Evil and all the derivative names, there's not one ingrained in the community or represents what she is more than what Neurosama has right now. Which is weird because arguably I'd say Evil has garnered a bigger fan base than the original. It'd take an entomology expert or experts, some kind of VTuber AI naming think tank to get something as close to the original, but at the end of the day it's all on Beetle, or the community to put pressure on Beetle to get some major changes in the works. Thanks for watching. I wanted to get this out before Evil Neuro's new model because we know it's gonna happen sometime soon, and it's something I've been thinking about since it came up. Since the first little Red Eye Hiyori stream. But Beetle, for the love of God, just change her name. End the debate. You have the power. Just end this garbage.
Fuck you all.